Heat 13, and an important one for the rider on the outside we'll be seeing in just a moment, just coming into frame. They're turning around. Number 1, Ivan Major, the only British League-based rider who has seriously looked like breaking the stranglehold of the host nation rider Sweden on this 74 title. So Major on the outside in yellow and black. Who does he face? On the inside, Tommy Johansson, one of the Swedes. Next to him there we have Dave Jessup from England. 4 points to his credit so far. Maybe a little bit out of his depth in this, his first world final, but lots of time for him. Tommy Johansson from Sweden looked very good early on, had a bit of a knock, taken a bit of the steam out of him, understandably. And in grid 2, they're just edging up to the starting line. We have Dag Lovas from Norway. So Heat 13 with everything to race for Ivan Major. He's on 7 points. He needs a win here to get back in contention for the title. His opposition, Johansson on the inside, next to him, Lovas, and then Dave Jessup. Heat 13, and away they go, and it's Jessup that made the jump. Jessup and Major going around the outside of him. Major really made up a colossal amount of ground there, and Jessup in terrible trouble, has gone back from first to last, but it's Major. Major leads in yellow and black for New Zealand. Major in front. In second place, it is Johansson. In third place, it's Dag Lovas, and at the back, it's Dave Jessup. But Major, it is. This will bring him up onto 10 points after 4 starts, if he can keep going for another 3 laps at this sort of pace. And it's Johansson that's coming up, really beginning to press hard, beginning to buzz around his back wheel. The Swedish crowd egging him on, getting up now, cheering Johansson. This young man who used to ride for Ipswich Witches, and he's making life a bit tough out there for Ivan Major at the moment. Ivan can't afford to play ducks and drakes. He's closed up to within a couple of lengths, and he's screwing back to try and come under him now. And Major's closed the gate. No, he hasn't. He's been pushed out of the way. My word, Johansson did ride that corner beautifully, and Major now is losing him, and the Swedish crowd are going mad. Tommy Johansson went by Ivan Major there as though he wasn't anywhere in sight, and Major has dropped back 30 yards, and this truly is the twilight of the gods. Over the line, Johansson wins from the back, and the Swedes send the crowd scurrying with their cheers. Johansson came from the back, brushed Major aside, although he was non-existent, and that really was an upset.
This is a great ride to come from behind by Tommy Johansson to pass Ivan Major. We see Tommy just behind Ivan going with a lap to go. He goes into the corner a little bit wider than Ivan. He's turned back. He's got his wheels in line. Ivan's left a yard up the inside. Johansson goes for the gap. He's very close underneath now. He's underneath Ivan. You can see his leg brush Ivan's arm, and Ivan's got nothing else to do but move over that yard, and that gives Johansson the initiative to get the drop on Ivan. And as they go into this next corner, this little upset has definitely got to Ivan, and Johansson starts to streak away. And I think that if Ivan had have raced flat out rather than try to think, Johansson may not have done this, but a great ride by Johansson.
Heat 14. And there we have Ben Jansen, one of the starters in the white helmet, with the 3 crowns of Sweden on his breastplate there. And my word, hasn't that standard flown proudly tonight. The Swedes really have been dominating. They have been superbly skilled. They have been fast from the gate. They have come from the back. They have really made this 74 final their own, and they have been wonderful entertainment as well. So Ben Jansen on 6 points, still in with an outside chance of a place in the first 3, so plenty to race for him in Heat 14. His opposition, well, he has there on the inside Michael Krasner from the Soviet Union, 2 points so far in his first world final. Next to him he has another Swede, Soren Sjosten, on 7, on the outside Zenon Plek from Poland on 4 points. And it's Jansen who makes the jump. Jansen hits the traps first, that beautiful picture in the first corner at Ulevi, and it looked like Sjosten in terrible trouble there, missed the corner completely, allowing Plek to come through into second place. So Jansen leads, and Plek almost bulldozes right through him, leaves Sjosten in a bit of trouble to avoid him. So beginning to spread themselves out in Heat 14. Jansen, though it is, in front. In second place, we have Poland's wonder boy, Zenon Plek. Not quite such a wonder boy tonight. He won the jackpot in the one-arm bandits at his hotel earlier today, but that looks like being the only jackpot he's going to get, although he's making life a little bit difficult there for Jansen. Jansen seems to be going wide, and it gets a good line coming out of the corner there, goes away. Plek up to within about a length of him, but then Jansen straightens up, gets his wheels in line and pulls away. And this now is the last lap, and again Plek is up to within a length, but then loses him down the straights. The Swedes seem to have been really tuned up, and Plek in dreadful trouble there, and nearly in trouble again, and somehow he held on. My word, he must have wrists like a piece of whipcord. He held on twice there when he was all over the option, and here he comes again, and he's going to do it this time, is he? What a close finish. Johansson just holds on. What a race. Well, it all seemed lost for Zenon from Poland. He somehow managed to hold on. We thought he was going to lose it. He held on and came back and gave Ben Johansson the fright of his life there, right on the line. But Johansson it was who held on. Johansson in first place, second place Plek, third place Johansson, and I'm losing my voice.
74.5.
This is a great example of riding right on the limit by the Pole, Zenon Plek. Plek here is chasing Ben Johansson. He goes into the corner much narrower than Johansson. He's hits a load of grip now. He's laying along the machine. He gets the wheel back down on the ground. He's got it under control, and he gets another big bite of grip here. He misses the back of Johansson. He's just getting the bike under control again. He's lost 2 or 3 lengths, and as he chases down the back straight, going into the next corner, I would think he would have gone in a little bit wider, but he's gone in narrow again. He's raced right up underneath Johansson again. It looks as though he's going to get him, but Johansson's out wide in the dirt, and Johansson gets a great win.
So heat 15, and there indeed is the man of the moment here in Gothenburg, Sweden. Anders Michanek, unbeaten after 3 races on 9 points. He's looked every inch the new world champion. This is his 4th ride, and one he knows he must win to keep one hand on that FIM World Championship individual trophy. Who's he got to beat? He's got John Louis from Britain on the inside, from England and Ipswich. Next to him he has the Polish reserve Edward Jankarts coming in for the injured Russian Vladimir Gordiev, and on the outside Terry Betts. So heat 15, 1 for Anders Michanek. He knows he must win this one, unbeaten so far. He has been absolutely jet propelled from the start. Louis on the inside, next to him Jankarts on the outside Betts. Let's watch Michanek's skating ability. And he's rolling, and so is Jankarts. We must wait, just watch him again, and there he goes. Oh, what a start. Poetry in motion. Absolute majesty from the starting gate. Michanek, look at him go. If this man isn't the new world champion, then something like 70,000 Swedish fans here will certainly want to know the reason why. Tremendous stuff from Michanek. They're jumping up around the commentary spot, they're waving flags. They feel they know that this man is going to win it, and I think if he keeps up this sort of form, there's nobody going to get within light years of him, although they're in second place, chasing very, very hard. It's John Louis from England, and Louis is trying with all his great big fighting Ipswich heart to get back up on terms. He's not that far behind. But Michanek looks like he's sitting watching a movie at home, doesn't he? He doesn't look at any trouble at all. He's sitting back, he's got time to look around, there's absolutely no danger. It's so casual, he's so cool, and he looks absolutely certain to collect 3 more points, which will bring him up to an unbeaten 12-point maximum after 4 starts. And Michanek, truly, majestically, the man of the moment in Sweden. Michanek wins. In second place it was Louis, in third place it was Terry Betts, and at the back it was Edward Jankarts.
This is why Anders Michanek is 1974 world champion. Superb starting. We see Michanek here on gate number 3, rolling into the tapes. Jankarts on number 2, the pole goes into the tape. Very, very lucky not to break him. You can see Michanek's gone back a foot behind the starting line, and he starts just to move when the tapes come into position. You can see he's moving now, and that little bit of move makes a difference between a good start and a bad start. He's a good 2 lengths ahead going into the first corner, ahead of John Louis, and you can see he's very, very cool. He keeps an inside line, and coming out of the first corner, he just goes away into the night, and no other rider saw him.
And so heat 16, and one of the top scoring Swedes so far, Christer Lofquist there in the white helmet and white leathers on 7 points, and a man very much in with a chance of a place in the first 3 in this 74 final. Lofquist, but Lofquist knows that this is going to be no cakewalk at heat 16, because he's got some pretty hot opposition, mainly coming from the general direction of young Peter Collins from England and Bellevue. There's this Lofquist just practicing starts. Collins there on the outside has 6 points, so he knows that a win here over Lofquist will put him in with a very fighting chance of being the first Englishman in the World Championship frame in something like 15 seasons. So there is the lineup. The reserve Tommy Johansson coming in red in place of Ole Olsen. In grid 2, we have the Russian Gregory Kliznovsky. Then we have Lofquist in white in grid 3 on the outside, Peter Collins. Heat 16 with Tommy Johansson on the inside. Next to him, the Russian Kliznovsky. Krista Lofquist on 7 points, and on the outside there, we have Peter Collins. So these are the two to watch for. Lofquist and Collins on the outside. Lofquist trying a bit of psychology, playing ducks and drakes. Heat 16, the two to watch for, the two outside grids again. And away they go, and it looks like Collins certainly is the rider in blue. It's the Russian that's hit the front. Collins has disappeared out of frame, and it's the Russian in front, Kliznovsky, with Lofquist in second place and Collins in third. So the Russian leads. The Russian Kliznovsky, this is a surprise. Collins coming steamrolling up on the inside, cannot make any ground on Lofquist. Collins now fighting for the Union Jack and fighting for it. There goes Collins. Collins, it's got past Lofquist, has it? Yes, only just. Flicks his goggles up. Now he's going after the Russian. Peter Collins now, the top English scorer so far. He's gone by Lofquist, and now the chase is on after the Russian Kliznovsky. The Russian ran a terrific corner that time, a tremendous line, gained yards and yards on Collins, who's really fighting hard from the back. This is the third lap, the next one's the last one, and the Russian going wide, and Collins coming tight hard under him, and then absolutely shoulder to shoulder. He's closed the door there, though. Kliznovsky's closed the gate again, and he's got round that last corner, the first corner of the last lap, rather, and it's down now to the last corner. Here comes Collins. He's going out wide. I'm sure he'll try to switch back, but Kliznovsky knew what he was going to do. He measured him up there, and Collins and Kliznovsky, he just can't do it. Just not enough horses there. Well, a tremendous fighting race, though, from Peter Collins. Really, the British crowd in this great Eulavi crowd, the British segment of it really rising to him. A tremendous effort there from Peter Collins. One of the best races of the night, but unfortunately for the British fans, Kliznovsky, the winner from Russia. In second place, Collins, and in third place, it was Krista Lofquist.
Here we see one of the very few outside passes of the night by Englishman Peter Collins. Peter's right up against the fence. He's number 15. As he goes into the corner, he's on the outside of Krista Lofquist. Lofquist, I don't think, knows he's there because he's watching the Russian rider Kliznovsky just in front of him. Collins now is moving right to the back of the machine. He's out where the grip is. He's got the run now on Lofquist. As they come out of the corner, he's pulling away from Lofquist, and now he's got his sights firmly set on the Kliznovsky, the Russian, ahead of him. But unfortunately for Peter, he didn't catch Kliznovsky.
And so heat 17 of the 1974 World Individual Final for the top Speedway men in the world, and this one really is going to be something. Heat 17, then the one that should decide it all. Anders Michnik there in yellow and black from Sweden, unbeaten so far after 4 starts on 12 points. Needs just 1 point, just a third place in heat 17 to win the 1974 crown. But he has got some red-hot opposition. On the inside, Ivan Major on 9 points. Next to him, Ben Johansson on 9 points. The next two riders on the individual list. And in the white helmet there in grid 3, Peter Collins on 8 from England. So heat 17, pure grease lightning, certain to be. Heat 17, then Michnik, the man to watch on the outside, and he's made the start again. He's made the start. It's Major in second place, and it looks like Collins getting a nudge there, and it's Johansson that's come through, but it's Michnik. Michnik leads, he's on his way to glory. Michnik leads his Major in second place, and Johansson in third place, and Johansson chasing hard after Major and Michnik, and the Swedish crowd are absolutely going crazy here. Michnik, well, 1 point would have been enough, but that is not the mighty Mitch. From the start, he made this race his own, and barring a miracle, he is the new world champion. In second place is Major. Well, Major still in with a chance of some of the place money. Johansson pressing hard. Michnik now with just 1 lap, just 400 yards to the world title. The Sandy Mirror sponsored crown will be his. It's worth something like £25,000–30,000 in perks in the next 12 months. And it looks like it's going to Sweden, the host nation. He took that corner very, very carefully, and here he comes over the line. The programs are in the air. The crowd rise. We have a new world champion, and there he is, Anders Michanek, the matinee idol hero from Sweden. And for the first time tonight, he allows himself the luxury of a smile. He must be relieved. They said he was race rusty because he missed a season, but now we know what he was doing. He was polishing himself up just for tonight. And there he goes, the delighted Swedes. The victory bumps from Michanek. I think he's had enough. I'm sure he's not going to get away that easily. A great night for the Swedes here in Gothenburg. At the start of the meeting, they said they had no chance, but it's turned out to be Swede and lovely.
Resultat av 17:e heatet. Result of the 17th heat. Etta Anders Michanek 3 poäng. Tillsammans 15.